Hi everyone, I'm DIYte, and today I'm going to show you what I think is a pretty awesome ladder, if not the best ladder available on the market. Are any of you thinking, hey, didn't you just post this video last week? Why have you reposted it? There's a very good reason for that. I had a couple of comments from people pointing out features of the ladder that I'd missed, and most importantly some safety features that I was perhaps a bit blasé about. So I decided, didn't want to set a bad example, I'd redo the video, and here it is. Now, before we start, I must point out I'm not being paid or sponsored by anyone to show you this ladder today. I bought this ladder about a year and a half ago on my way down to a house we were working on in Dorset. Picked it up at Wicks on my way down the motorway in a bit of a panic because I left my step ladder behind, and I'm so glad I did because this ladder has been fantastic ever since. Why am I showing you this ladder? Because today I've got to paint the outside, well, not painting it today, but I'm doing an outside painting project. And the first step is I've got to pressure wash the outside walls. In my day job, I'm working sometimes at heights of 4.5, 5 meters, and you need a pretty good ladder to do that. So today I'm going to be showing you this little beauty, the Youngman Combi 100. But why is this ladder so special, and why should we be getting so excited about a ladder? Well, I'll tell you now. This is my Youngman 6-tread builder step ladder that I bought from Wicks a couple of years ago. I love this ladder because it's incredibly sturdy, and this is my main ladder during my day job for that reason. And standing on the second to top rung, I've got a safe working height of about 2.8 meters. But this ladder is fine for reasonably low heights. I wouldn't want to work any higher than 2.8 to 3 meters on a ladder of this design. However, Youngman do a 12-tread step ladder in this design, and I've got to say, I tried one out in, I think it was Travis Perkins Builders Merchants, the same day as I bought my new ladder, and towards the top of the ladder I felt really unsafe. So that is where this ladder comes into its own. I'm going to show you now why. So this is the Youngman 2.5 meter Combi 100. They do two other sizes as well. They do a smaller one and a slightly larger one. But what is so brilliant about this ladder is the 4 ways that you can configure it. So if you're just leaning the ladder up against the wall and you want a sort of a really good, safe, high working position, you can just extend it in the traditional way. Starting with the top tier, safety catch off. And then back on again, and then the bottom tier, safety catch off. Safety catch back on. That is now fully extended. I'm now 5 meters off the floor on a ladder that feels completely safe and sturdy. Made even more sturdy by the fact that it's got these extended feet at the bottom. I can carry on the job of priming and glossing my gutters. But why I really love this ladder is what I'm going to show you now. Quite often you're going to be working in situations where you want to be freestanding, you're not leaning up against something, either because, for example, you're cleaning your blinds in your conservatory, or, like I'm about to do now, I need to pressure wash the side of this building and I don't want to be leaning up against the building whilst I'm doing it. So what's really clever about this ladder, I can put it into its A-frame configuration, take off the safety catch. These safety catches are also a really good feature, so easy to use. We're now opening the ladder. The ladder engages in that sort of locking bracket there. You've obviously got these straps that just sort of hold it in general position, but the really clever bit now that makes you feel so safe when you're on the ladder is we've got this locking strut here, stay bar actually it's called. So you untighten that, take that out, and then the stay bar simply fits into the hole in the rung there. We now just turn this, tighten this up, and then clamp it into place. What I actually do when I'm on site is I clamp it down and then just tighten it up like this. That's not coming out now. And with a combination of this stay bar and the bottom stabilizer bar, you've got yourself an incredibly stable structure for the final extension of this ladder. Now my friends, this is the clever bit, because with that in position we can release this second locking stay and raise this ladder here to whatever height we want to work at. You see it's fitted with this little lug here which stops you extending it too far. So we're 3 rungs down, and again now I just push that into place again so the ladder cannot accidentally come apart whilst you're on it. And now I've got the most incredible freestanding step ladder with a safe working height of 4.5 meters. How incredible is that? So I hope you'll agree with me that this is a pretty phenomenal step ladder. So if you've got any jobs where you've got to work up high on a freestanding extended step ladder, I would say look no further than this Youngman. Now, because of the brilliant design of this combination ladder, there is one further mode that I've got to point out in this video. And I owe a massive thanks today to John, who pointed out to me in my last version of this video that I'd missed this out. And that is, of course, the stairway step ladder mode. John points out that this is one of the best features of this ladder, and it has enabled him to now work at the apex of his stairwell without fear of falling. If you're working on a staircase, painting a staircase for example, you see my ground's uneven out here, so I've just got to put a couple of blocks underneath the foot of the stabilizer bar. So, standing on the staircase that I want to support the ladder off, open the ladder up, and then it's on with the stay bar again. Now with the ladder in position and stabilised, we can even extend it. And here I am at a ridiculous height. Working off a staircase at over 4.2 metres off the floor. Now you're probably thinking, whoa, it looks quite heavy, it doesn't look very portable. Well, I'm not going to lie, it is reasonably heavy, but look, it's actually quite portable. And for a ladder this sturdy, you're not going to get anything that's incredibly lightweight. So, you know, there are trade-offs, but watch this. You can carry it with one hand, so, you know, I walk around site quite a lot with this ladder, so, you know, that's not that bad, is it? So one final little point, when you're working with ladders, you've obviously got to be as safe as you possibly can. And I had a fantastic tip from Peter Compton on the previous version of this video that I've sort of rebooted for a couple of reasons, one of them being safety features. Peter used to be a firefighter and he gave us a fantastic tip for something called a leg lock. I'm going to try and do one now, and it's a great way of being able to work with two hands whilst being on the top of a tall ladder. Right, I hope I'm doing this right, Peter. Basically you put one leg through the rung and then you put your leg back through the rung so that you're effectively resting the back of your knee on the rung itself. That way you're in a really sturdy position, your leg has locked you to the ladder, you've got two hands free for doing your painting or sanding or whatever it is you need to do. A bit fiddly, but it's a great tip and we've got to thank Peter for that. So I really hope you found this video useful. If you've got your own suggestions of ladders that you really enjoy working with, leave a comment in the comment section below the video. And the details of where I bought the ladder itself, which is actually from Wix, will be in the description at the end of this video. And finally, if any of you are wondering why I've got red gutters at the moment, it's not because I've got a really garish paint taste. I'm actually priming the gutters with this Bonder zinc rust primer. Video will be coming up on that very shortly. If you've liked today's video, please click on the like button below, and if you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. You can do that by clicking on the link here.